Hello everyone, my name is Yosem and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. Let's find out if I got all the pieces for this thing. Assembly complete. Whoa. So this is a tier 3 lightning rod. It says it can pull 18 million per strike, which I'm all for. That sounds kind of neat. Actually, I need to leave that one open. Today I want to take a look at the Void Ore Miner because, well, I mean, you can see I upped the reactor a bit. We'll take a look at it real quick here. When it's on, it produces about 4.5 thousand RF per tick. And I've left it running now for probably a day and a half, if not longer. And it's probably used, well, it's used up enough to make a stack and almost 3/4 of a stack of plutonium. And it's full right now. The one thing I did do is I went in here and I lowered the control rods down to 72%. And what that did was it dropped it down so that it's just barely filling itself up. Like I couldn't get it to the point where it was, staying steady in the middle. It was either slightly creeping up or slightly creeping down. But by getting the control rods where they are, it's not burning near as much yellorium as it was before. So it's actually working out pretty good. I came over here for a reason. I was trying to remember what it was. Oh, I remember now. Check this out. So, like I said, left that thing running for a while, and yeah, we got a little bit of ore. Just a bit. What's your? Oh, you're on name. This is the wrong terminal. That's why. This one's sorted by number, so you can kind of get an idea of the layout or the distribution of the ores. What are those? Blood tank. Cool. So, I mean, obviously coal and iron, and I thought gold would be a little bit higher. I mean, diamond, we're not doing that bad. It's staying neck and neck with lapis here, but that gets us the pieces we need to make the next bit, which I don't remember. I don't remember if we had that in here. Got the solar panel up to tier 3. Lightning rod. Oh, duh. It's up here. Let's see. Void resource. Void Ore Miner. That takes... We're just going to go straight to a tier 2 on this one. And we're just going to kind of cut to the chase here. So we'll need this, and we'll need the wand again. And what I think I'm going to do, once while it's going here, actually, let's take a look and see how big this thing is. We're doing a tier 2. Yeah, see, my guess is this is how long it will run on the 160,000 RF, and every 64 ticks, it can do something, is what it seems like. And it's got modifier slots, which I still don't quite get. Tier 2s we can do fairly easily. So let's see, we're going to need 32 tier 2s, 16 machine base, 4 modifiers, 3 lasers, and a clear laser lens. Okay, and the controller. And it's a 7x5x7, okay. How big is the one we've got now? Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 3, 3, 7. Okay, so it's already the right size. Let's just pop these bits out of here. There's a hole down there, so I want to make sure we don't, come on, give me, accidentally lose a piece into the void. They're not crazy expensive. I mean, we got the parts for it, but I'd still rather not waste them. Okay, over here. And, oh, I put my cobblestone away, didn't I? And let's just pop. There we go. So... I'm thinking I sunk the lightning rod into the ground. Maybe we'll sink this thing in too. Might look a little neater that way. I don't know what this thing is crafting, but these drives, they were full red, all 3 of these bays, and these ones, they keep alternating. One thing I can think of is as I'm crafting stuff, it's making use of the components. That would make sense. So, let's see, environmental tech. We need... That's the lightning rod, solar panel, brain, jelly, void ore miner. There it is. Okay, so we got, oh, that's right, this one's sorted by quantity. That's why it's all weird. Okay, let's see. So we've got our controller. Now we're going to need 32 tier 2s, which we got. Tier 2, all right. 16 machine blocks. Okay. 4 modifiers. Do we have any of the modifiers in here? We do. All right. 3 laser lenses. These are lenses. No, wait, these are cores. 3 laser cores. So we need 1 more core. Ugh. Helps if you hit start and not cancel. And there we go. And then we need 1 clear laser lens, which would be this one. Now we could color it, but I don't think we need to do that just yet. I want to try it out on normal first. No, wait, we'll just use what's here. So it's going to be sunk down 1 level, so the controller is going to be right there. And then we need 3 here. 3. I kind of miss being able to use the vein miner to pull these things out, but if I do it now, I take the entire chunk of the base out. So, oh well. Although we do have the Tinker Smeltery over there. Should probably look into making a hammer. I also need to make the see if I can make the indestructible, you know, hoe and axe. And what else goes in there? Is it just it's just a hoe and axe, I think. All right, so this thing is going to be big, so we're just going to pop that one out. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Since I kind of willy-nilly the torches around here, light's a little weird. Since I haven't brought the glowstone pattern over. But the glowstone's doing, it does that. I mean, you can see it. This area is actually lit. So if you can put a torch, it's fine. It's really weird. It's something to do with the way it's rendering the glowstone, I think. Because as far as the server's concerned, it seems correct. But the client seems very confused. Nope. That step assist will get you every time. Let's find out if we get enough pieces here. Ah, of course. I need to get to the controller. Oh, that's right. This one's on top. Nuts. Nope. Oh, what did you? Oh dear. I made a mess. Let me carve this out and I'll be back. All right, let's try this again. So that is the 5th block above the ground, above that hole. So let's see if I did it right this time. Fly. Did I do it right? Assembly complete. Perfect. Fill these holes in. So it looks like as the tier gets higher, the structure goes up a little bit, which is kind of neat because now you can actually see it working, which is cool. I think we just had this thing hooked up to solar. So we'll do that. And I filled in underneath it, so we'll need to fix that. And then we will put, we'll just use the wand to put that piece back, so it'll give us the message just in case that's important. Okay, so you don't have an interface. Oh yeah, there it goes. Now the real question is, if I put this chest here, does it work? Because that would be interesting. I thought it had to be on top. Are you? Oh, you are. No. There we go. So that'll slow that down. So we should be able to see if things come in here. I used the absorption hopper and the radius increases to pick up all the pieces when I broke it to make sure that nothing fell. You know, actually what we can do is if we come over here and we switch to the reactor. The reactor's turned off currently. So we should be able to see, yeah, it's definitely pulling power. I think it said 160,000 RF per 400 ticks. So it'll take it a little while to burn that power, but it sounds like maybe every 64 it has a chance to fire. And it is actually putting items in there, so having that next to it is really cool. So you could actually set the solar panel directly on top of it, which would be kind of neat. But this works. And we're going to flip it back over to solar, just so we've got that going there. Solar has plenty of power in it thanks to the batteries. And we need a... Is it a... I never remember. Is it a plug? Okay, a point is output, a plug is input. Alright. It would be nice if the lightning rod was a little bit easier to get to the core on. Yep. So we need this one on lightning. I don't know why placing the blocks right there seems to cause a bit of game lag. Let's grab... seal that hole up so I don't end up falling in. Ooh, we gotta do some of the cobblestone in there. Did I put all that in there? We got a deep store for stone? Yeah, for stone and for inferium. I really need to figure out where the refined storage system is going to go. That way I can get the, I can start working on getting all the deep stores in place. Because when you looked at the list here, I mean, we don't care about these two. But everything else on here, it's like if we take anything over 2,000 and we deep store it, or say anything over 1,000 for that matter, if you really wanted to. But like I would do all the ores, all the ingots, gravel, dirt, all those types of things. Oak leaves. 3.8 thousand. That's got to be coming from the resource miner. The weird though that it's getting. Oh, I suppose maybe it pulled that much oak too, but I don't know. Weird. Interesting. Let's see. What did I want to do next? I wanted to look at... Ender IO. We need some power storage. Basic capacitor. Okay, that one's easy. Gets a little funky there. Wait, is it a vibrant that I'm looking at here? Are there only 2 tiers of capacitor now? No. Basic, there it is. Capacitor. Alright, that's better. Capacitor and then vibrant. Vibrant's the ones we're going to want. Right now I'm using the batteries off of Flux, or the Flux networks, or whatever it's called, and they only hold like 4 million each. And if we're going to have power, we might as well be greedy and get a whole bunch of it. RF gauge. What do you do? Neat. Huh, that's cool. How do you made? How are you? How do you made? How are you made? Not that bad. Okay. Let's see if we come over here. We'll clear you. Need to try not to be too greedy with the patterns here because the system's starting to fill up. So if we've already got the pieces, we're just going to use the patterns we have and not make... We're not going to make one for all the little ones, even though in theory it wouldn't be a bad idea. 25 million each. Can we make 2? We're missing electrical steel. Electrical steel, which one was that? Electrical steel is silicon coal powder in a alloy smelter. Okay, let me make up a bunch of this and I'll be back. Interesting little note. I didn't realize this one would pull nether ores. We're getting nether quartz and cobalt out of this, which is really neat. Another thing I remembered, this one pulled enough yellorite. Was it yellorite or yellorite? There it is, yellorite. It pulled way more than it used. So in theory, that thing could power a reactor way bigger than itself. Which is interesting because if you put plugs around it, you could easily attach a couple more if you really wanted to. Because I mean, all I did was just basically, it's pulling power directly from the reactor, which was kind of neat. This thing is actually pulling pretty nicely. These should be pretty close to getting done. We'll turn that back on so it doesn't fill up. Well, I'm not done, but enough that maybe we can make some of these things. So if we do vibrant and we say we want 2. Did I say 2 or did I say 1? I must have said 1 because it's only asking for 8. Either way, we'll just make 1. Oh, seriously? Did I make? Oh, I'm confused now. Oh well. So these things are cool. So if we come over here, and let's just do this, no, that, and we're going to grab our configure IO. We're going to come out here and we're going to set you as an input, and we're going to come over here. Well, I didn't need to move, but set you as an output. Don't really need to because it'll change automatically. And we'll flip this one over to reactor. And it immediately pulled that in. That's awesome. So now if we turn this thing on. Nice. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Now let's come over here. I'm testing out something basically. So I want to see the issue I was having where this thing would start doing the whole blinky thing and basically drop my frame rate through the floor, throw the ticks from the server through the roof because of all the updates and all that horrible stuff. Well, if you have your power going into a capacitor bank, I'm pretty sure Ender.io has a gadget that can read, there it is, power monitor. That one, power monitor. Do we have the bits? Oh, of course, almost. No. What? How do we not have any of that? Conductive iron. Huh. Okay, redstone, iron, we can do that. Iron. Oh, it's pig iron. Like, it's pink. Redstone. We should, yeah, there it is right there. I don't have anything auto-crafting that stuff right now into redstone. Isn't that what it needed, redstone alloy? Oh, no. Wrong mod. Well, right mob, wrong material. So if we go, give me that. Give me that. No. You go there. You go there. Give me that. And that. Okay. Put that away. Is this thing done yet? Yep, it's done. I put in like 8 stacks of nether quartz, like maybe a minute before I started recording again. Okay, no, not over here. It's over here. Getting ahead of myself. There we go. 3 and 3. That. And click. Okay, this, no. Huh? Binding? What? Fine. Fine. You make me a bunch of that stuff. Alright. Wait. Did we? Yeah. Okay. Brains. It's been a long week already. Let's put that there, put that away. Let's go over here. Let's grab this, make that. All right, I got these things out of bags. I was trying to remember why I had them. So back to the point is I'm wondering if, okay, so if we came over here and say we had our capacitor bank like here and here with an output feeding into our controller so it can get power. Now below the controller, what if we were to set this thing and we were to tell it that, well, let's actually make sure it works before we get too much into the theory, I guess. The idea is I want to see if I can have it emit redstone. No, I don't want you reading that. I want you reading this. If their battery is at a certain level. So if it's above, say, 50%, I want you to emit redstone. Or, you know, if it's above 90%, I don't know. Something like that. Basically, the idea being that as if the bank drops too low, it stops doing whatever it's doing, which, depending on how the controller is set, if it has redstone, it's on, or if it doesn't, it's on, you know, however you set it up. So basically, if the power drops down too low, this thing turns the controller off. That way, it will always have enough power that if I come online and go, what the heck is wrong, try fixing it, and then, like, maybe if we had it only, the controller only work with a redstone signal, you could have a lever on it, so you could come in here and flip that lever to the on position and reactivate the network to get your bits out of it. Okay, we can do that. I think we had some bits left, didn't we? Conduit. Energy conduit, yep. And then, did we have a wrench? Got a wrench. Okay, let's try this out here. So if we come over here, so then what we would probably want to do then would be to have, do we get to see it? The stair. It happened really fast last time. It's not going to, is it? As soon as I turn away, you know that's what's going to happen. Oh, I really wanted to see it. Oh well. So if we put that there and there, just so we got some extras, toss that down there. Ooh. Alright, so redstone. That's cool. So you could, what I was thinking before is I thought you could only do it on a 1%, like a single percentage. So if we could say if it's above 50%, you know, emit your redstone signal to turn the controller on. The problem is that comes into the same exact problem I'm running into right now, where as soon as it dropped to 49, the controller would shut off, but then it would get enough power to go back up to 50%, it would turn back on. Then it would go down and up and down and up, and then everything just gets all messy. So if we say emit redstone storage when signal is less than, no, see, this is brain. All of a sudden my brain has gone completely blank. Because I basically want it to, if it falls below, okay, I had a bit of a brain moment there. I think my brain actually needed to be rebooted for a second. So let's see if I get this right. Now this is backwards from the way I want it, but that's fine. We can revert the way the controller's working. So basically it's saying, so emit signal when storage is less than 50%. So when it drops below 50%, it starts emitting a redstone signal. When the storage ends up being greater than or equal to 75%, it will stop emitting the signal. So basically once it drops below 50%, it would shut the system off, and until it got back over 75%, it wouldn't turn it back on. In theory. Let's see. Easy enough to make a bunch of these. We're actually only going to need 4. Uh-oh. There we go. So let's go over here. Well, technically we only need 3, I guess. So 1, 2, 3. So right now, the system is less than 50%. Minus 1 RF. Oh, that thing uses power. Huh. Interesting. So let's change it. Let's change it down to when it's less than what percentage? What percentage is it at? Shift right click, shift right click, shift right click. I really wanted, oh well. Let's do when it's less than 10% and when it's greater than 25%. Click. Look at it go. Having the numbers is kind of cool, so you can have them split like this. It should peak out around 4.2-ish once it hits its temperature stride. It doesn't stabilize, like it bounces up and down a bit. This is not the most ideal setup. I think in theory the walls should be bigger. I think you want at least 4 blocks between the rods and the wall, and this should probably be graphite. And these, I think, can be manual and all the way out. It gets really weird when you start looking at the calculations. 4.1, stabilizing-ish. Okay. So, what percentage did I set that at? 25? It's got to be getting there soon. Which is actually really, I mean, this has the potential. I'd prefer the signal was the other way around. I wonder if I could change the numbers, like flip them. Maybe? That might work. Like put 25% on the top and 10% on the bottom? That could work. Be really confusing. Oh well, we'll see. Seriously, did I not tell 25%? Greater than or equal to 25%. Shouldn't it be over 25% already? Half is 25 million. 12 and a half. Yeah, should have already turned on. What did I do wrong? Emit signal when storage is less than 10%. Oh. It wasn't emitting signal. So it's technically doing exactly what I told it to. Yeah. So that's one of the things I want to take a look at in the future is hooking that up, because right now what we could do is we could hook a redstone port. Do I have one? I have one right here. So we could actually take this and we could kind of move things around a little bit and have that thing sitting in front of the redstone port or some redstone or whatever to connect it to that thing, so that this thing would control the reactors, so that it would, you know, once this thing was full, there's no reason to have the reactor running. So it would turn it off until it dropped below a predetermined level, and then it would turn it back on again, which would be, you know, kind of useful. So we don't need this thing on right now. I mean, it's not burning that much, but we'll turn it off. So that gets that done. That's the initial idea. So like it would be sitting down there or connected in some way to this thing, probably with like redstone conduit or something. That would probably work. There was something else I wanted to... I don't remember what it was. I know eventually I want to look at creating an RF tools dimension to move the farms from over there into their own dimension. Get them completely out of here. Same with the chickens and all that stuff. Get them into their own area. That way this area is not lagged at all by them. So that's kind of something I want to work on. We don't really need this stuff anymore. I'm pretty sure we've got more than enough. Yeah, 5,800 sugarcane. 3,600 pumpkins. Yeah, we got a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely raining. I wonder... Oh, wait. It's feeding off solar. Yeah, that's solar, so... Yeah, I got hit at least once. Because these were empty. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, well... Those are the two things I really wanted to look at this episode. Was I wanted to get the tier 2. I wouldn't mind getting the tier 3, but the tier 3 requires nether stars, and we don't have that yet. So... soon we're going to have to either kill some withers or probably get the draconic evolution going, because I want to use the grinder. And let's actually take a look here. Draconic evolution. What are you? Potentiometer. Cool. Look at all this stuff. Flux gate. They've changed a lot since I played this. I don't know what half this stuff is. Let's actually make one of these, because there's something I saw a picture somewhere of a portal, and I didn't think Draconic Evolution had a portal. But if it does, there's potential. Choke. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Wyvern tools, armor, wyvern, whatever. Draconic energy shield, storage core. Energy infuser, celestial manipulator, rain detector, cores. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. I mean, the mob grinder we definitely want. Oh, seriously, it requires awakened? Ouch. I don't even remember how to make that stuff. Charged. I mean, charged we can do. Yeah, see, that's part that was in the picture right there. Because I'm pretty sure the grinders. Oh, we don't have one of them. Why do we not have one of them in here? The mob mashers. Why can I not see it? There it is. Yeah, see, the way this is, because you've got this. So it's mob grinding. I mean, I would love to use these because I can put fortune on them. But I don't think these are going to survive a wither blast. I mean, I suppose it's easy enough to figure out. We can just build it ourselves and stick one in the blast radius and see what happens. Might be worth doing. Yeah, that'll have to go on the list. I'm going to have to do some research on Draconic Evolution and see. Because I really did think there was a portal. You got energy cores. Because I know where to go. This stuff was definitely in the picture. I remember seeing that. But I don't know. Dislocator receptor. That might be it right there. Dislocator. That sounds like it could be something. Yeah, there's a dislocator. So this thing probably goes in that thing. And that's a teleporter. So maybe it's this thing. I don't know. Research is needed. So I'll do that because I want to start looking at that because I'm thinking we could use this to move the wither. Before I've used Blood Magic's teleposers before. That's neat. But I've never used the Draconic Evolution stuff. So I want to kind of take a look at that. I've never really built those things and they seem like it could be kind of cool. So I'll have to take a look at it. But for now, I think we're going to say thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more videos, hit that subscribe button. And if you happen to know someone who might be interested in watching the creation of the Tier 2 Void Ore Miner, which is actually pretty cool because you can see it shooting now, and the capacitors and the vibrant capacitors and the power monitor and kind of how I'm hoping to use it, hey, send them a link. Maybe they'll like the video, maybe they'll subscribe, and then hopefully you get to be happy for making somebody else happy, and I get to be happy for channel support, which is awesome and always appreciated. So again, thank you for watching.